Okay, so I'm going to show you how to create a digital clock in Studio. I don't know why I said digital, but a clock that looks like this. Say you have a timer for 6 minutes and 12 seconds. It's not going to say how many seconds that is in total. I don't know how many 6 minutes. I don't know how many seconds 6 minutes and 12 seconds is total, but it would say 06:12. So it looks like an actual clock. It looks a lot cooler than just like 300 seconds. So I have a text label set up. Just put a local script inside of a text label, and of course this is just a a client-side timer. It's not a server-side timer. So this is just going to be it's just going to show you how to use what kind of logic you need to use in order to do this. So I think we're going to set up 3 variables. So we need to set the label to the parent of the script, which is the text label, so we can modify the text easily. So let's say minutes is equal to 2 and seconds is equal to 15. Let's make that local. So let's set up a while loop. So this isn't going to be running forever. We are going to add a break at some point. So the way a clock works is, well, actually, let's not mention that first. Let's just format it first. So let's just look at the seconds first. So if the seconds is greater than 9, so what exactly is going on here? Why did I type greater than 9? Because if it's greater than 9, then it's a double-digit number. And like I said, we want to format it to look like this. And if it is a single-digit number, we can't just display the second after the colon. We have to put a 0 before it. So we need to see whether or not it's a double-digit number. So if it is a double-digit number, then we need to look at the minutes to check to see if we need to add a 0. So if the minutes is greater than 9, so if the seconds is greater than 9 and the minutes is greater than 9, in other words, if the seconds is a double-digit number and the minutes is a double-digit number, we're not going to have to add any placeholder zeros. So we can just do label.text is equal to minutes. Also, you don't have to do toString right here. When you concatenate a number to a string, it just automatically converts it to a string. So you don't have to worry about that. So if the number of minutes is, so in this code will run if the number of seconds is greater than 9. So if the seconds is a double digit but the minutes is not, if it is a single digit, then we just need to add the exact same thing except with a 0 out in the front. So if it's 4 minutes and 12 seconds, this part will run and it'll say 04:12. So in this else block, if the seconds is a single digit, all we have to do is just add these 2 zeros. So if the minutes is 4 minutes and 8 seconds, if the time is 4 minutes and 8 seconds, this will be ignored because it is a single digit, and it'll say 04:0 and then 8. So 04:08. So now that we've formatted the seconds and minutes, we need to actually make it count down, subtract seconds and minutes. So what I was going to say earlier before I just cut myself off and stopped myself was that clocks look at seconds first before going to the minutes. So what a clock does, it looks at the seconds and checks to see if you can subtract a second without going into the negatives. If you can, subtract a second. But if you're at 0 seconds, then look at the minutes. If you can subtract the minutes, subtract 1. And set the seconds to 59. But if you can't subtract any minutes, that means the timer is over. So I just explained all the logic that we're going to use in order to subtract seconds and minutes. So if the number of seconds is greater than 0, that means we can subtract a second. But if it is 0, then that means we need to look at the minutes. If the minutes is greater than 0, then we're going to do minutes equals minutes minus 1. But we also need to remember to set the seconds to 59. But if the seconds is 0 and the minutes is 0, that means the timer is over and we need to break. So also we need to add, we need to wait 1 second before running this loop because it would finish instantly if we didn't add a wait. So this does work. It works just fine. It should work just fine. Takes a second to load. I don't know why Studio does this on Mac. So as you can see, it works. And let's just let it go to 1 minute to show you that it subtracts minutes properly. And there you go. We can also speed this up. Let's do 5/100ths of a second. And it'll count down much faster. I'm just doing this to show you that every possible minute count and second count will be counted down properly. And there you go. It works.